Yo, wiggity pop, wagwan that guy. Not nation, not locks. I'm here again doing a little update video. It's been a while since I updated you guys with my dreadlock journey. I'm not even really sure what month I'm at right now. I'm sure I could check it out online really quick. But essentially, you know, over time, your hair doesn't really change too much. I must be 52 months in around right now. So 52 months in on this journey. And as of lately, some people say, oh, your hairline is going back. I think that just kind of happens with length. My hair, I do wear my hair back quite a bit. And as you get older, like you do, like your head does grow, your ears grow, your forehead stretches. Like it's normal. I'm not about to cut my hair over some worrisome comments about people saying, oh, you're going bald, you're receding hairline, whatever. Another thing is I was just in Vancouver, BC and surrounding areas for a week where I did do some swimming. Not in the ocean, but I did swim in some lakes, some glacier water lakes, and it was amazing. I love swimming in lake water, especially glacier lake water specifically, because the water is so clean, so cold, and doesn't really leave a smell or a tinge or like seawater saltiness in your hair. It's actually pretty refreshing, and you don't really have to worry about rinsing it out as much as rinsing out salt water or like, you know, murky lake water that you've been swimming in. And I just thought that was really cool to be experiencing that in Vancouver. Enjoy these clips of what I was talking about here. Another thing is I have this one dread here that is very, very loose, wispy. Honestly, it's about ready to fall off. Now, within the past month, I have had another dread fall off just by simply like running my hair back, and I thought I was pulling out lint, and like a dread came out, probably around the same as this one. But it's just crazy. Like I actually want to pull this out. This was just loose hair that I kind of backcombed into a dread. That's why this part here dreaded, but this part is just like long, wispy, straight hair, and I could literally just pull it out and break it out if I really wanted to. Leave me a comment down below if you want to see that in a video of its own, just me taking this dread out by my fingers. Cold water and dreads. I always try to promote people to use cold water in their locks whenever they can, because it does help with the maturing process, especially when you are in the baby dread stage. Within like the first 6 months to a year, and you really want to see some progression with your locks maturing, use cold water rinses, because cold water, we all know what happens when a man goes in the cold water, right? Like you shrivel. So the same thing happens with your dreads. Your hair will actually like shrivel and tighten up, helping your locks to mature. Now, the opposite of this is using hot water. For instance, when you're washing your hair, hot water will help relax and expand your dreads, which is the exact opposite of what you want to be happening, especially when you're in the maturing stage and you want your locks to kind of just lock up a lot faster. So keep in mind, do cold water rinses, cold water washes as often as possible. Even once a week, washing your hair with cold water and residue-free shampoo will really help. And honestly, you don't even really need the residue-free shampoo every time. Just a cold water rinse once a week will really advance your progression with the lock. So just keep that in mind. I know it is cold, but you can work your way up into getting your body adjusted to the temperature of the water. You know, do baby steps at a time, but I do suggest trying cold water rinses as often as possible. Another thing that I've been thinking about lately is dyeing my dreads just for the sake of it. I always think about this. I never end up going through it, mainly because I'm lazy. I don't really want to sit there with dye and shit in my hair. Like it's a time consuming process. I just always wondered what my hair would look like with color sometimes. But Not really too important, not bothering me at all too much. But another thing on my locks is actually like hair follicles that are like kind of showing up on some of these dreads. Can't really see them. You can't really see it in the video, but when I look close up, like you do see the hair follicles on the end. This would bother some people. I'm honestly at the point now with dreadlocks where I don't really care what people think. Like even if I have a bunch of dandruff, like I don't care what people think about my hair. I just like having dreads myself. I have had some dreads congoing up more so these days than others. This one specifically, you can see like how there's kind of a bridge happening over here, right here. And this bridge actually started to connect these dreads first. There is actually a hole in this dread beneath that bridge, but once that hole kind of matured up, this lock has now become very flat, very thick. And I like the way that flat locks form, to be honest. I'm over like the cylindrical, perfect round dreads. I know some people love them, like all to you. I'm just saying for me, I love flat ribbon-like dreads these days. I find that they're so unique and almost impossible to recreate. Like this, it can only be formed by jaw and nature themselves. It's nothing you can go to the salon and ask for, really. Like that's an interesting part about flat locks. One more thing here is that lately I've been using tea gel shampoo to wash my hair. It is strong, it's medicated, it has some tar in there to help break down dandruff, residue and flakes. And I just find that it's a good shampoo because it doesn't have perfume in it. Now, don't quote me, I don't know exactly what each ingredient in tea gel is, if anything in there is bad, but I am looking for perfume first and foremost when I use shampoo. And if it has perfume or fragrance, I don't touch it. Just not good to have in your hair. You don't need any smelly substances in your locks. Like it just builds up, can cause mildew, and essentially will just rot in there if you just build it up too much and leave it in. It's not really good for you, so just keep that in mind as well. Another thing about my dreads lately is the length. Obviously looking super lengthy these days. Let me show you a shot of this. And more so than anything, like when I'm working, I always wear my hair up in a hat, a sleeve. It just helps me work better when I know that my hair is not in the way, getting dirty. A video that I want to do in the future is about dreadlocks in public like cleanliness, not about your dreads dirtying things, but things dirtying your dreads out in public. And an example of this is like when I ride an airplane, I usually wear my hair up in a wrap. I don't let my dreads hang and flip all over the place on the airplane because I just know that there's spots that aren't cleaned on an airplane properly, and I don't want my dreads to be picking up that stuff. You know what I mean? Same with like public transit, trains, buses. Like same thing. Like I don't really like leaning my head on things where I know isn't really cleaned often, and I know other people are putting their shit there too. Another thing on my mind lately is people touching your dreads. Don't let people touch your dreads. if they just come up to you and start touching it, I mean, like, I would normally say, like, hey, whoa, you know, ask first, because you don't go up to random people and start touching their hair, right? So what makes people think that they can do it to you because you're a dread? That's just one thing on my mind sometimes. And another thing on my mind sometimes is people touching their own locks constantly. This is kind of like an obsession. People, especially with new dreads, they can't stop running their fingers through it, playing with it. I bet you some of you guys are playing with your dreads right now as you're watching this video. Stop. Just stop. You don't need to touch your hair all the time. Think about this again. Your fingers carrying things around all day, grease, bacteria, whatever, and you touch your hair and it's all going in your hair. You kind of like carry it around. Not only that, I know I'm being a bit of a germaphobe in this video, but not only that, it hinders the process of your locking when you're constantly fiddling it, doing stuff. Like, all you're doing is ruffling the dreads around and loosening them in a sense. So you want to let them stay and let them mature. Like, give them 6 months to a year before you start playing with them and doing all your updos and whatnot. Just don't get so obsessed, essentially. Let your dreads be. You know what I'm saying? And next, and last but not least, I just wanted to say thank you to everybody that has been watching this channel over the years. Big ups to all the new subscribers that are on this channel as well. I mean, I appreciate every single one of you guys for sticking through and enjoying this content, and of course suggesting videos for me to do. A lot of dread reviews, a lot of subscribers dreadlocks, very popular these days. I got some vlogs coming out as well. I was just in Vancouver, like I said, so expect a super vlog coming real soon, and links in the description below to my vlog channel where you'll see different segments released there as well. We're almost at 5,000 subscribers on the vlog channel. I think we need about 20 more, so if you guys can follow the link in the description and go check that out and just give me a quick follow. Let's get that to 5,000 plus, and you know, job blessings to everybody. But I'm gonna head out. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Until then, peace out, one love, stay happy and natty, and I'll see you in the next dreadlock update. Adios.